The boy was 17 at the time of the incident, the victim just 12. They knew each other. He went to her house hoping to acquire cannabis. A friend of the victim left the front door ajar as she left, and so the boy entered. Once in her bedroom, he pushed her onto her bed. Her underwear was removed. He touched her inappropriately. He exposed and touched himself for sexual gratification. After assaulting the victim, the boy threatened her, saying, "If you tell anyone, I'll kill you." The victim was medically examined later that evening. A subsequent DNA profile of fluid found on her indicated it could have been the boy's. Robert Fishel, QC, appeared for the Crown. The court heard how the defendant's early guilty plea meant the young girl had not been required to give evidence in court, something she was fearful of. The young man was defended by Patrick Anessa and Angela Rafferty, QC. Miss Rafferty said the sexual assault was opportunistic. She said the boy's psychological conditions made it very difficult for him to read the signs. The lawyer said it was a very short incident and the boy's memory of it is lacking in detail. His parents had raised concerns about the boy's behavior before the incident. They had tried to get him help for his psychiatric condition over many years, but the court heard it was a very complex condition. Since the incident, he has mostly lived in the UK and has been receiving treatment at a residential unit paid in part by the GHA. Miss Rafferty tried to persuade the Chief Justice that the personal mitigation was such that he shouldn't send the young man to prison. She said he needed mental health care due to his complex psychiatric condition. The court heard how the young man's parents have been exceptionally supportive and how their only hope for him was that he would be able to remain in the residential unit in the UK where he has been receiving treatment. Before sentencing, Chief Justice Anthony Dudley highlighted the impact the assault has had on the girl. He read part of her statement to the court. "I was 12 years old. I'd just finished at middle school. I liked One Direction, going to the beach and the fair. Everything was spoiled for me. Now I've started going to counselling. I can try and put this all past me, but the past 2 years for me have been like a bad dream. I wouldn't wish it to happen to anyone else." The Chief Justice said the 12-year-old girl had suffered something that no child should suffer, and that she would carry this with her for the rest of her life. She put to the Chief Justice that prison could have the opposite effect to the therapy the troubled young person needs. The Chief Justice said that the offence was so serious that it required an immediate prison sentence. He told the court he had taken into consideration the early guilty plea as well as the fact that the defendant was 17 years old at the time of the crime. He imposed a sentence of 2 years in prison. Until further notice, the Supreme Court has ruled that the young man's identity cannot be revealed.